Welcome to the Brad and Taylor Show. Today we have Jessie Keaton with the Road Jess Traveled. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good. We're glad to have you
Good.
on here today.
You're listening to The Brad and Taylor Show, a podcast that inspires entrepreneurs to pursue their passions. We're sitting down with some of the best to learn how they got started and some lessons they learned along the way. Let's go way back when. What did you want to be when you grew up?
So when I grew up, I wanted to be an early childhood education teacher. And I think partly wanted to be a teacher because of my grandpa. And then I wanted to be that until college. I went to college and that's what I had declared. And then I did not end up doing education. So
No? Was your
no,
grandpa a teacher? Is
he
that
was.
what?
Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
What grade levels did he teach? Was it early elementary, just like you wanted to?
It was not. I think I've just always loved kids, and so
Mhm.
that's why I wanted to work with that age group. But now I work with university students, so not at all that age group that I thought I wanted to work with.
Yeah.
No.
So what university?
So right now I work at MSU,
Nice.
and I work in the Office for International Students and Scholars.
Well, that's fun.
It is a lot of fun, yes.
Yeah, tell us about what you do there.
So I went to what I graduated from. I went to Western in Kalamazoo, and I graduated. I worked in the English as a second language department. I got a job my freshman year out of the blue. I just needed income, and I was there for about a year. And then I just decided that I loved international students, and so I changed my major from early childhood ed to global and international studies and worked there my whole time I was in school. And then I knew I wanted to keep working with international students. And so now I work at MSU and I'm an advisor. So I'm pretty new. I just started this position in October. Um, so learning in a virtual setting has been very interesting, but it's a
Yeah.
lot of fun so far.
Yeah. So you
Awesome.
Yeah.
started in October?
I started in October. I started at
Yeah.
MSU last December.
Okay.
I was in Kalamazoo until the end of 2019, and I worked after I graduated. I kind of just, fresh out of school, needed a job, and so I completely went away from what I went to school for, and I got
Mm-hmm.
a job working at a manufacturing plant, and I was in customer service, and I worked there for about 4.5 years. And then I was like, all right, it's time to get back on track with what I went to college for. I miss working with students. And so um, I saw this posting at MSU working just front desk assistant. And I was like, well, it might not be what I want to do, but it's a step in the right direction. So
Right.
I
Yeah.
interviewed, got the job, got to come back home. And so I started in December of 2019. And then they posted this position in October, and then I applied and interviewed, and here I am. So
Nice.
Awesome.
it's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
that's not all you do though, right? So you do tell us a little bit about the Road Jess Traveled. What's that? What is that all about?
Yeah. So the Road Jess Traveled. So growing up, I think all my friends will say that I've had really good handwriting since like second grade. And I've always liked, I don't know, I've just always liked writing, just anything, doodling quotes or making like homemade cards, just silly random stuff like that. And so when I was living in Kalamazoo after I graduated, I was living alone, and all my friends had graduated, everyone had moved elsewhere, and I was kind of struggling with my job at the time. And so I just started making signs for friends for gifts or baby shower gifts, wedding gifts, and stuff like that. And then it just kind of, word of mouth spread, and people started asking me for gifts for their loved ones and for baby shower gifts
Mm-hmm.
and wedding gifts for their friends and family. And then I think I've been doing it for 4 years now. So it
Okay.
just started as a little hobby in my apartment, and here we are.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Over COVID, do you think you've done more than you have with?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I think not being able to go anywhere. I work from home right now, so as soon as I get done working at 5, I do all of my work in my apartment still. So I just go into the room right across the hall and I just work all night long. So I go from
Yeah.
work to work, but
Yeah.
fun and I love it. Yeah.
Awesome. So for the people that are listening, what exactly do you do? Like you have good
For
handwriting, but what is actually you're creating?
So I make mainly, I would say, wood signs, and that can be. I do a lot of custom, but I do have an Etsy where I just want. Sometimes I have some free time to just make stuff to sell, so I can be found on Etsy. But I would say most of my sales are custom. So I do a lot of nursery signs. I do a lot of wedding signs. And like I said, most of them are on wood, but I've done canvas. And recently, as of last year, I did a bunch of wedding signs on acrylic, which was super fun to do. So I'd love to do more of those. Um, I do have some greeting cards up on my Etsy shop, and I have a Cricut that I have not discovered how to use, and I keep saying I'm going to. So one day I'll use that, and I'll have more goodies to sell. But right now it's mainly just wood signs.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
they're all hand painted, right?
They're all hand painted. They're all hand lettered. So it's all my own handwriting. I don't use any stencils. So they're not necessarily perfect that you would buy in a store, but they're homemade, and I put my heart and soul into them, and it's a lot of fun to do. So
What do you
So,
do if you like mess one up? If do you like do a drawing first and like pencil, or how do you do that?
yeah, so chalk pencils. If
Yeah.
anyone ever wants to start lettering or doing anything on wood and you don't want to use pencils, I use chalk pencils, and they are magic to worlds. And so I'll sketch with chalk pencil, and then depending on what I'm drawing on, they wipe off really easily with
Mm-hmm.
water or an eraser. Um, Sometimes I've painted on something and messed up that way, and then that gets a little more tricky, and I've had to, like,
Right.
sand an entire sign off that was basically done and basically
oh,
restart.
Oh no.
Um,
Yeah.
so it's fun. I spelled things wrong and had to redo the whole sign. So, mistakes happen, but learning
yeah,
curves.
yeah. What is one thing you figured out that was kind of, I guess, how do I word this? What is one big thing you learned? You made like maybe one mistake, and all of a sudden you just changed your entire business that helped you out really good.
Oh gosh. Hmm. I would say, I think when I first started out, because I've always done this, I won't say it's a hobby, but I've always done it kind of second to my day job. So I think at the beginning, probably not allowing myself enough time to get a sign done. So over promising somebody something maybe has
Yeah.
probably been something I've learned a lot. So at the beginning, I tried to get things done in like 3 to 5 days, which was, a lot of late nights. And so now I do like a 1 to 2 week turnaround just because life and working an 8 to 5 job in
Yeah.
general on top of things. So I think just giving yourself that grace and time to get things done and not stressing myself out. And
Mm-hmm.
people are super supportive of that time frame usually. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I
With
would say
the
that's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah. Do you have multiple that you work on at one time in that 1 to 2 week
Yes.
turnaround, or is it like the one project?
Yes. So I actually just posted on my Instagram about this today. I have 5 billion ideas going on in my head at all times,
We
and
understand that.
there's just there's yes, I'm sure I'm not alone. I think I would paint all day if I could, and there's just a lot of ideas that I want to get out, and there's just not enough time in the day. So normally, like right now, I think I'm working on 3 or 4
Mm-hmm.
signs for people, and then I also, like, will have an idea that I just wanna make, and so I'm making that on the side. So, like, while one is drying, I can start painting another one, or
Yeah.
while I, stain something, I can sand something else. So, there's always stuff going on all the time.
Yeah. Do you keep a journal or anything to keep it straight? Like, how do you, if there's multiple projects, how do you keep it so you don't like
Yeah.
miss something?
So I have just a notebook. I am very old school,
Yeah.
probably going back to just I really like to write things.
Yeah.
So I could use a computer and be like with the times, but I just keep everything written down on a piece of paper. So I'll
Mm-hmm.
write down, who it's for, um, what they want it to say, colors, stuff like that. And then I also just check because I'm always worried I'm going to make a mistake. I always check the message from the person 1,000 times while I'm making the sign too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That probably helps a lot. Probably just writing it all down and everything. But yeah, I
yeah,
understand completely trying to check those messages several times going, I can't, really,
Did I get this right? Yeah.
yeah, I got to do it right the
Check the
first time.
spelling. Yep.
Yes.
I would be
Yes.
nervous about the spelling part. I would be like, oh no, did I mess up a name? Did
Yeah,
I?
me too.
Yes. And that has happened. I have spelled, I don't remember what it was, but I spelled something, or I forgot a letter one time. Because sometimes you just, I don't know, your eyes, especially when you're working late, your eyes mess with you. And
Yeah.
I got it painted and realized I forgot a letter. So that was
Hey, at least you didn't send it
that
to
was
them, right?
angry.
Yeah, at least you didn't send it out.
Yes.
You're like, oh, I got to start over. Okay.
So you do this this Traveled with Jess. You do this part-time right now. Do you have any goals to doing it full-time eventually, or what are your goals with this in the future?
And, you know, I would love to say yes. I have a lot of
Mhm.
goals that I would like to see happen with this business.
Yeah.
I would love to take it full time. I don't think I'm there yet because I do love what I do at MSU too, and I'm just starting
Mhm.
out. Um, I would love to actually have a podcast one day, so that's something that is on my mind. I would love. I don't know if this is a 5-year goal, maybe like a 10-year goal, but I would love to have
Yeah.
a bit like an actual storefront.
Okay.
My goal to like sell my work and then have like a coffee wine shop on the side.
Oh,
So
I would
just
go.
like a
Nice.
ladies'
Yeah.
day out.
Yep.
So, sounds fun. I don't know if that'll happen in 5 years, but it's a goal of mine for
Would
sure
you
to
do
take it full time.
like a wine and canvas type thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I do paint pour, obviously not so much right now, but I've done a couple of paint pour parties. I don't know
Mhm.
if you've heard of that. I've had just a group of friends come together and we do paint pouring, and that's always a lot of fun too.
I
That's
haven't.
awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know you were doing that. So do you do that currently?
It's been a couple of months since I've done one, but yes, I think it was probably around Thanksgiving the last time I did that. So I just had a group of girls over to my apartment. We had
Mhm.
some wine, and yeah, we painted some canvases.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
fun.
Yeah.
What
If
is
anybody
one?
has gift ideas, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Like an
Yes.
interactive gift.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What is one piece of advice someone has given you over the years that has kind of stuck with you in your business?
Hmm. I don't know if there's one piece that sticks out that's one person in particular has given me. I would just say, if anyone was starting out in this field, I would tell them that Instagram is an amazing tool. It can be very overwhelming and defeating at times because you just like in this field I follow so many people that do what I do but like 1,000 times better than I do it, and so that can be a little discouraging. And I think up until probably a couple months ago, I realized that I don't know, and I posted this on my Instagram a couple of days ago that I had this thought in my head that if I followed other people or supported other people, that it would take away from my work and me being successful. And it was totally wrong. And so I started following a ton of people that do what I do and interacting with them. And then they started interacting back. So I would just say, use Instagram and build that community of people that do what you do because it can be super supportive. And just because so many people do what you do, it doesn't mean there's not space for you to do it too. And so use Instagram and build that community and those people that will support you.
That's awesome. Is Instagram your main way to kind of advertise?
Yes, I would say Instagram mainly, and then I have my Instagram linked to my Facebook page, my business Facebook page, so that anytime I post on Instagram, it goes there as well for people that don't have Instagram. But I do most of my posting on Instagram.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, and Instagram really works. So that's awesome.
And you said you have an
Yeah.
Etsy as well, right?
Yes. Yep, I do have Etsy. I'm really bad at updating it. I will
Okay.
say I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be better in 2021, but sometimes I'll just make a ton of stuff and I'll forget to post it on there and then I'll be like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I uploaded 20 new signs for sale, so go check them out." So, I'm trying to be better, but life happens and I forget.
Yep. Yep.
Right. If someone wanted to order something from you or buy it, would it be easier for them or you if they went straight to the Etsy or right to your Instagram and contact you that way? What's the best way for someone to reach out to you?
Yeah, I would say I try to tell people I prefer Etsy if possible, just because it's easiest to
Yeah.
convert that conversation into an order. But I'm also you can reach me via Facebook, Instagram. I answer on any of the platforms, but I do prefer Etsy if possible.
Sweet. What's your website? Do you have a website you said? Oh, you don't have. You just.
I
have
don't
the
have a
Etsy.
I don't
What's
have a
your,
website yet. That is the goal. I'll add that to my goal list. I do have a goal to make a website.
Yeah. What's your Instagram so we can share it with everybody?
Yeah, my Instagram is the Road Jess Traveled 1, just the number 1. Someone stole the original The Road Jess Traveled, so I had to add a 1 at the end.
Let's go find it from him. Hey, everybody,
Right.
let's see if we
I
can
know.
get her that handle there from Instagram.
Is
Yeah.
it the same on Etsy if someone was searching on
It is.
Etsy? Okay.
Awesome.
Yep, it should be the same on Etsy and Facebook as well.
Okay.
Awesome. Is there any? Actually, we got one more question for you.
Yep.
Okay.
You ready, Taylor?
If animals
ready.
could talk, any animal at all, if they could talk, what animal do you think would be the rudest, and why?
The rudest.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What kind of grumpy animals are there? It's kind of a hard one. I feel like you'd have to
So
be in this
I'm a
situation.
cat owner, and I would have to say cats probably. I
Yeah.
think my cats would probably, they're just always giving me really mean looks, and I'm basically just here to serve them and give them food, and that's all they want from me. So they would probably be pretty rude animals if they could talk.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is there anything else you want to share with everybody before we go?
No, I just want to say thank you guys so much for having me, and I'm excited to see you guys, move forward with your podcast and be successful.
Sweet. Thanks
you.
for
Yeah.
thanks for that, and thanks for everybody that's listening.
Are these working? Here we go.
Oh, there we go. I think they work. Should we tell them?
Mine keeps falling. It doesn't like my voice.
What do we got to tell them?
Subscribe.
Subscribe. What do we got to point at? Hey, I think there's a subscription button. Like,
It might be there
might be right there too,
somewhere.
somewhere.
Find it. It's red.
Yeah, and it's
Red.
blue. It's green. I don't really know.
It's a color.
This mic isn't even attached. Did you plug these in? Well, I guess.
I wonder if they can hear us.
Yeah. I wonder if they hear us. Well, we should probably tell them if they can hear us. We should probably tell them also give us a 5-star review if they're listening on Apple. That'd be cool.
5
5-star
stars,
review.
guys.
Share it with everybody they can think of.
We won't take
But-
4 stars.
I mean, Taylor, I don't even think these are on. I mean,
No, I don't think this is working.
This is not working.
Yeah.